All over the city today. I was in Lakeview and it was storming, but when I went uptown, it was not.
No, we had a little brief downpour here, but then parts of Jefferson, nothing. So yeah, we're isolated, and that really is going to be our rain chances over the next couple of days. Still have a few isolated showers on radar right now. Nothing particularly heavy on the North Shore, Madisonville, Mandeville, as those kind of continue toward the northwest. Might see some of that hang together as it moves a little bit toward Goodby. Yeah, it looks like it's going to clip Folsom. A little bit of light rain just to the east of Hammond right now and around Killian as that continues in Livingston. Otherwise, it looks like we're going to be mostly dry, and we do have clearing skies looking out over downtown. A little low cloud, and it's 81 degrees with a dew point of 73. So still high humidity. Unfortunately, that low, humid, dry air that we enjoyed for the weekend is gone. And as we head into June 1st on Wednesday, the chance of any cold fronts bringing down the humidity slim to none. 70s and low 80s outside at the moment, and higher humidity, dew points in the 70s. May see these come down a few degrees during the overnight, but not much. And humidity again staying on the humid side over the next couple of days. Model trying to bring down the humidity a little bit on Sunday. Not exactly sure why. There's going to be a front in the area which will likely increase our rain chances for Friday, but doesn't look like it's going to bring us any drier air. Up to Independence for our local expert forecast. Again, mostly dry, hot, but a few spotty showers. Rain chances maybe a little higher than we saw today at around 30%. All right, checking out the tropics. A lot of focus on a system that is in the East Pacific only because of what it could do as whatever is left of it moves into the Atlantic Basin. When I say the Atlantic Basin, I mean the Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean, and the Atlantic Ocean. Still uncertain if this system is actually going to get into the Gulf or if it's going to stay maybe south of the Yucatan Channel and more into the Caribbean. Still somewhat of an unknown, as Agatha has moved on land, is weakening. It is now down to a tropical storm, so those brighter cloud tops associated with the stronger storms are now a little bit more, instead of being more symmetrical, are now primarily off to the eastern side of the storm. So we're going to start to see this become kind of disorganized a bit. You'll see that rainfall start to spread out. And this is going to be a major rain event for the folks now in central Mexico as it continues moving up toward the northeast. The big question then is, where does this emerge? Does it get into the Bay of Campeche before moving across Yucatan? Does it spend more time over land, that center of circulation, and really become just totally remnant? Now that's kind of a big question, and a lot of folks are asking what happens when it reemerges. Well, we call them our crossover storms. That would be a storm that maintained some strength either as a hurricane, a tropical storm, or a depression. Now prior to 2000, those storms were renamed. After that, they would keep the same name, but that again is only if a storm were to maintain itself as a tropical storm, hurricane, or even a depression. Since 1851, they have only had 18 crossover storms, so this doesn't happen very often. Usually, kind of what's happening with Agatha, it'll get ripped apart and kind of whatever is left over from it may re-emerge and redevelop, and then it would definitely be given a new name. Most of these actually go from the Atlantic to Pacific, not Pacific to Atlantic, kind of like Agatha is doing. Now, the big question then again is, what will it do? It's staying away from us, as I mentioned at the top of the newscast. The Euro a little more aggressive with trying to develop maybe a storm or even a depression moving toward Fort Myers, maybe south of Tampa. The GFS is not quite as aggressive. It does have some semblance of a little bit of organization, but staying south of Florida, and then actually once it gets east of Florida, trying to redevelop. Ridging is across the Gulf South, the southeast, and even up into Mexico is going to keep a strong northerly flow, keeping this system well away from us. Plus, we're going to have strong wind shear across the Gulf of Mexico over the next several days, so there is no way this storm can make its way to us. Not even the associated moisture is moving in our direction. So with that ridge, we stay mostly dry, looking forward to the rest of this week. Might see a weak front move into the area by Friday, perhaps triggering a few spotty showers, but rain chances remain fairly low going into the end of the week. So no concerns on the tropics.
All right, Chris.